Welcome to the Mapleton Arts Center, everybody. How many of you, this is your first time in this facility? What do you think? Tell you what, this school district spared no expense when opening and creating this state-of-the-art facility. In my opinion, this is one of the nicest school auditoriums, not just in the area, but in the entire state. So let's give it up for Mapleton for that. It's pretty amazing. We are so excited to welcome you on this fantastic evening for what should be an amazing concert. How many of you, in the audience, this is your first time going to a band concert, anybody? Yeah, welcome. We're gonna educate you all about that. And how many of you, you've already been to concerts before, you know? Yeah, exactly. So we're really excited to welcome you here. Our beginner concert is pretty special. How it works in Mapleton is we have what is called a consolidated performing arts program, meaning there's not like one director of bands. Instead, there's actually a team of 4 individuals, myself included. My name is Zach Brake, and we divide up the responsibilities of our unified band program. So I am the beginning band teacher at Achieve Academy and at Adventure Elementary, as well as Monterey and Explore. I also teach our before-school symphonic band. That's our middle-level advanced band. And I teach our after-school jazz program, our jazz studies, which is 2 going on 3 jazz bands now. We're really excited to show you one of them tonight. What makes this concert special is that we actually travel, me and the rest of my team of teachers, and we go to all 4 of these schools in addition to the other 6 that played earlier tonight. And we will actually teach them how to do beginners. We'll come and we'll deliver them instruction. And then after that, we combine to play this concert together. We did that today. So they have had 1 practice and they are doing amazing. Let's preemptively give them a round of applause because they're already doing great. Yeah. We were incredibly, incredibly impressed with them. So, without further ado, we're going to kind of get started. So, since there's so many of us that are new to concerts, First of all, we hope this is the first of many here at the Mapleton Arts Center. But we also want to just remind you of some things just to help us out on stage. So in order to help us honor the hard work of our students, please turn off the cell phones, electronic devices, those ringers. Please refrain from yelling your child's name while we're performing because we're focused. We're locked in, as the kids say. Please refrain from talking during the performance. If you have to exit, this concert is only about half an hour. If you must exit, please do so between songs. If you have a noisy child that becomes unhappy, we totally understand. If you wouldn't mind removing them, you can actually hear on the speakers outside in our facility the concert, so you won't miss a beat. It just helps us focus. Please stay for the entire performance. Don't post any recordings online, please, because of privacy and copyright. And of course, thank you so much for being here. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with our beginning band presentation. Every student here starts from scratch, meaning that they, in some cases, haven't played an instrument before, and this is their first time seeing music and like interacting with and touching an instrument. So, brass instruments, hold your instruments up. Okay, this is our trombones, our baritones, which are small wrapped tubas, and our trumpets and cornet section, you'll see them. Good, go ahead and pull out your mouthpieces. All brass instruments have in common different sizes of mouthpiece, and how they play the instrument is with a buzz. It sounds like this, let's hear it. Body front, feet flat, sitting tall, ready, set, buzz. Yeah, it sounds kind of like a hornet's nest. That's about right. Do that again, everybody. Ready, set, go. Try this one. Ah. 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 Oh. Ah. Ah. Yeah, go ahead and put them back together. So while they're assembling it, this musculature and air here is called an embouchure. And it takes daily maintenance to be able to have the muscles here to play. Take it from me, I'm the band director, I'm a brass player as my main instrument, and I don't play every day. I can feel it. You really need to practice every day or almost every day to get the muscles. So once they get that together, they play a first note that sounds like this. Instruments up, body front, feet flat. Let's hear that first note that we talked about. Ready, set, play. And that's our brass section, everybody. All right, flutes, go ahead and pull out your head joints. Okay, up next we have two families of woodwind instruments. We have our flutes, which are a family themselves. Flutes, let's go ahead and play on the head joint closed. Ready, set, go. Good, now open. Ready, set, go. Good, now go ahead and put it together. So what makes flute challenging as a woodwind instrument is they have to blow across an empty void, and they have to kind of like, and they have to listen and feel the response of the instrument in order to get that tone. It's very tricky. I think flute's a very tricky instrument to start. And then it's tricky to hold. Let's go ahead and show them the first note we learned. Ready, set, B flat. Yeah, and that's our flutes, everybody. All right. Good. Let's have our clarinets and saxophones hold their instruments up first. Yep, good. Now, while you're pulling out your barrels and your necks and mouthpieces, I'll explain. They are called reed instruments. They have a piece of wood that, when put in and added with air, it will actually create a vibration. And it kind of squeals a little bit. It sounds like this when we first starts. Body front, feet flat, sitting tall. Ready, set, go. Yeah, that's right. That's what that sounds like when we get started. Let's play that again. Ready, set, go. And believe it or not, that's a great beginning sound. It squeals, it's high up like that. That's what we want because that's the wood doing its thing. Let's do that one more time. I really want to make sure the audience hears this. Let's do it again. Ready, set, go. Awesome. Go ahead and put it together. So you can imagine hearing that for like several hours a day for a few months. Once we put it together, though, it makes beautiful, beautiful sounds. And so what happens is we add all the keys, and when they cover them, they create this beautiful woody sound. It totally takes the squealing and controls it. So take a listen now. Body front, feet flat, sitting tall. Ready, set, play. And like magic, you get a sound like that. That's the saxophones and the clarinets, everybody. Yeah. Okay, now the percussion back there are special. Percussion, wave your mallets. Okay, they're kind of our jack of all trades in the band class, and they're special because they don't use air to make their instruments. They actually use a coordination. So we make them learn the bells the first semester because we want them to teach, or we want them to know the music and be able to read it. But I know a lot of them are interested in playing something like the drums, and we talk about that too, and we dive into that much more in the second semester. This is really important. Every little piece of the bell kit is like a mini drum. So go ahead and find B flat. Your pattern will be right, left, right, left. 1, 2, ready, go. Again, 2, ready, go. Yeah, and that's our percussion, everybody. Yeah. And so, I'm not going to put them on the spot, but we totally are like, okay, right, left, right, left, right. We totally give them all types of patterns, and then they have to do that on the move with all 26 of their bell keys. So you can imagine that there's a lot to learn there for bells. So this process of learning how to play an instrument and produce sounds, believe it or not, it takes a month to a month and a half to get everybody to be able to do this. It's very challenging. And as one of my mentors, our program director, Robin Cutting, says, the best day of beginning band is what I'm about to show you. The first day we can all play a note together. So this is what the first note of beginning band sounds like. And that's the beginning band, everybody. So after we get to this point, this is where it really starts to get fun. We get to learn more notes. And so we learn like 3-note, 4-note, 5-note, even 6-note songs and beyond. So we're going to show you the first song we learned. What is that called? All right, we're going to play our first song for you. Yeah, I see the smiles on stage. They work hard for that, really. They work hard for that song. It's a classic. We learn another one in tandem with that, basically right after. So this one, in the book, it's called Rolling Along, but we mostly call it Mary Had a Little Lamb. We hope you enjoy. Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. Well done to our beginning band class. And so again, we practice that separately, and we've just this afternoon put that together all together. They're listening and doing a great job. The next person I'm going to introduce to you is another invaluable member of our band team, and she's going to conduct the band for the next few songs. Please welcome to the stage Mrs. Caroline Siegel.
Hi, thank you everybody. I'm a little bit shorter. My name is Caroline Siegel, and I am the director of the Meadow band who is on stage, and I also have been a visitor in many of the other bands who are on stage as well. Our next song is called March Steps, and as we mentioned at the first concert, it's not quite a step song. A step in music is when you're going directly from one note to the next, or one note to the note right under it. But this song includes a lot of skips, which is going from a lower note to a much higher note or a higher note to a much lower note. And so in order to learn the song, the students had to become really good readers and also get really good with changing notes on their instruments. Please enjoy March Steps. The next two songs the band will perform are actually lullabies. The first one is called Lightly Row, and it's the longest song on our concert. It takes a little bit longer to learn some music with more notes in it. And then after that, we'll be playing Au clair de la lune, which includes a new note. The highest note you hear in Au clair de la lune is that new note that they learned. I am so pleased to introduce the next act that is coming on stage. You'll see over here, these are members of our jazz band. They're a little bit older, and the reason we have our jazz band here is to show you what is in our students' future. So everyone who's on stage over here, we're beginners. We're in our, most of us in our 6th grade year, some of us in older years, but we're beginners on the instruments on stage. When we get to our 2nd year of learning, we have some more opportunities available to us. So number one, we can join the Wolverine Band, which is the band that I direct every morning. That's my mostly 7th grade, but 2nd year learners. And you can also, at that point, join some after-school bands and activities that we have. One of those programs is our jazz program, which has a middle school program right now and a high school program as well. We have our high school jazz band, which is our Mapleton Jazz Messengers on stage now. So this is a little bit of exposure of what's in our students' futures, what's going to happen and what they can join in the future. I'm so excited to introduce them and to hand the microphone over to Mr. Brake to tell you a little more about them.
Thank you, Mrs. Siegel. So this group is our advanced group of the Jazz Messengers. We meet after school 4 to 5:30, 1 hour and a half a week. That's it. This is what we call an applications class. So we take all the basics they learn in this class and beyonds, and they get to apply it. You'll hear solos, you'll hear creativity, and even though we're using music, a lot of it right here by ear. That's what I think. This is like kind of what I call the application of the skills we learn. So one thing that we're proud of here in Mapleton is the selections of music that we do are not only interesting and fun and respectful and good, but they're also contemporary. So we're going to play an old jazz tune called Afro Blue, and we're going to do the Robert Glasper version of it from the Black Radio album. I think you guys will like it a lot. This is the Mapleton Jazz Messengers, Afro Blue. That was Gabriel on the tenor sax, everybody. That was William on the trumpet, everybody. William. All right, and that was our Mapleton Jazz Messengers, our high school band. What's cool about this, so yeah, we'll bring them back out for a little encore, I think, if you want to just go over here, yeah. What's especially rewarding for me, especially after doing this year after year, both Gabriel and William are soloists. They were in my beginning band at Explore 4 years ago, and now they're playing like that. And it just goes to show the incredible talent we have in Mapleton. Just really, really proud of them. This is cool because this is a possibility that they've realized, and it's a possibility that you and your child on stage can realize if they stick with music, and we really hope that they do. We're going to continue our portion of our program now with some more of the beginning band's more advanced songs they've been getting into, and to conduct that, I'm going to welcome to the stage Miss Kirby Dillman.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kirby Dillman, and I'm the teacher for York International. And if by watching the Jazz Messengers you feel like you're seeing the future, believe me, so are we. So we want them to stay with band so that in the future we can see them up with the Jazz Messengers. For our next portion of our concert, we are going to play London Bridge, which is a part in 2 parts, or a song in 2 parts. Please enjoy. For our final 2 songs, we're going to start with a Mozart melody, also known as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and finish out our program with Jingle Bells. The band department would like to thank the following people: our superintendent, Mike Crawford; our Board of Education, Thomas Moe, President; Mallory Boyce, Vice President; Daisy Lechman, Secretary; Michelle Ramos, Treasurer; and Bethany Fry, Assistant Secretary and Treasurer. Our Performing Arts Administration, Robin Cutting, Director; Melissa Wire, Assistant Director; Gregory Petrowski, MAC Manager; and Martha Janetta, our Secretary. Our choir department, Evelyn Ripsum, Jesse Short, and Emily Stover. Our orchestra department, Jennifer Chaplin, Nicholas Johnson, and Max Tooney. Our community, administrators, faculty, paraprofessionals, support, custodians, and transportation staff, program supporters, families, friends, parents, guardians, alumni, and students. And thank you so much to all of you. Thank you so much for supporting your student in performing arts. Let's give everyone and yourselves a round of applause. After our final tune, Jingle Bells, we are going to have the students stand by row. If you have a child that plays like trombone or trumpet and they're really deep back there, you might not be able to see them. So we're going to have them stand up row by row, and we're going to cheer really loudly for each section. Here's Jingle Bells.
All right, so congratulations. We hope that if this is your first concert, we hope this is your first of many, and we hope to welcome you back to the Mapleton Arts Center and our other venues many, many times in the future. At this point, we know it's late night. We appreciate it. We actually do this concert twice. We've already done this for our first 6 schools earlier, and now these 4. So we found this is the best way that this is going to work. What we'll do is we're going to have all the students, you can go ahead and get started now if you'd like. They're going to go upstairs where we're keeping our stuff, and they're going to kind of pack up, and then they're going to come down and meet you, and then that's going to be much easier than everybody trying to go up there. Instead, you guys can go ahead and stay put here. The Jazz Messengers are going to entertain you with one more song, and then when that concludes, you can feel free to meet your child out front, and you guys can go ahead and have a safe night. This next tune will be directed by my co-director for the Jazz Studies program, Mr. Scott Curry, and we hope to see you in a few minutes. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, we heard from Michael on guitar. We had Cristobal on the sax and Jaron on trumpet.